Okay, home stretch. Let's get some landscape fabric down so we can get our plants in the ground. There's most of our peppers. Now the tomatoes I'm gonna put on each side right down through here so that I can take a stick, something like this, and screw it in and run my wire down to tie my tomatoes up. Be a lot easier than the tomato baskets and other ways of doing it. So that's the plan with the tomatoes. So again, just got to do this over and over and over. So there are a few more over here. Obviously, I don't think it'd be a good idea to put much more in here. I might be able to squeeze another pepper or two. Yeah, let's get the other little pepper, especially the peppers. I like my peppers. All right, now for the last part, we got our soaker hose. We gotta put in. This is one of the things that's gonna make it so easy. And then we gotta put mulch on it. Soaker hose. So I'm gonna go ahead and hook up the soaker hose, and while that's running, we'll start putting our mulch on it and then get everything cleaned up. And we have water. Guys are already starting to look a little bit happier. Got wrapped around. You can see it's not going to take the soaker hose long to water everything. I'll probably, when it's hot, really hot outside, it's not going to have to be on more than a couple minutes a day. And it's going to turn all the water in here I need it to. So I'm going to let it go a little bit longer today since I just put everything in. The dirt was really dry. So I want to let it really get a good soaking. And we'll just let it run while we get the mulch on. So let's go ahead and get that done. And there we go. They are starting to perk up a little bit. It is nice and wet in there. Mulch on there will help them retain water. Maybe a little bit too crowded, I don't know, we'll see. One thing I can guarantee is that there's enough nutrients to handle however many plants I put in there right now. So, grand experiment. We'll see if they burn up or not. I'm not sure. Peppers are spaced out a little bit better. Tomatoes are kind of close. I might have to thin a couple peppers. We're gonna have to find out. But you can see I got them in a nick of time. Starting to bloom, get little bitty tomatoes. Now all that's left is to get everything cleaned up, because it's really kind of hard to even see what it looks like right now because of the mess I made. But being how it's almost 8 o'clock and about time to start dinner, I think we will head in for the night. Get out here first thing in the morning before it gets hot, get this mess cleaned up, and maybe get started on the well house, because now I have this here and it looks real good. That'll kind of be the missing piece-ish. It'll look much better to get that well house built up and start getting the roses moved over into the sunny areas on each side. Whew. Well, we'll come back out tomorrow and get it cleaned up. All right, so I'm going to wrap up our raised bed project here. I'll show you what this clean up. I planted everything yesterday. We had a little bit of rain today, just blew over, and as you can see, we have some very, very happy tomatoes and peppers. They're looking phenomenal. I think I have enough wood here. This is the leftover scrap, just like what I used on the sides. And I've got enough here for one more 8 to 10 foot bed. So I'm gonna pile that back up nice and neat, and maybe here in a week or two, I'll add on somewhere right here with another bed. And I'll let my daughter, she's like her Yaya, she loves planting, so I'll let her fill that one up with some flowers. I gotta go making more projects for myself, but this one turned out so good I just can't stand getting rid of that wood to make another one. And I know you guys like ask about some of my other dogs. They're not, Copper is spoiled rotten. Yeah, I know. But he is going to be my service dog eventually as he gets older. All these other ones though, I know you see them outside a lot. They're not just vanquished outside all the time. Matter of fact, the back door's open. Generally, if I'm outside, they're outside. If I'm inside, they're inside. So don't let them fool you. They are spoiled rotten hound dogs. And the funny thing is, the 3 you just saw out here, the white shepherd looking dog is the mom. She got pregnant during COVID. We rescued her, didn't know she was pregnant. Had puppies. The other 2, you guys have met Mimi, who's bane of life is cats for some reason. Oh, there's Maggie and Mimi. And then the little white, there she is, there's Panda Bear. The little Panda Bear there, those two are siblings. Don't ask me how that happened. But that is Maggie, Panda Bear, and Mimi. All right, everybody. Well, as you can tell, it is getting late. About 8:30, I guess. I don't know. I'll take another shower. I'd already taken one, thinking I was going to chill out for the evening. In case you haven't noticed, I don't really sit. So I got bored and came back out and started working. But I think that this is a really, really big transformation. Now, I've said in the previous video, I'm starting at the woods and working that way. So I'm gonna work up to the edge of the house, and then we're going to skip the house and work in the shop, get my shop cleaned up, so I find all my tools so I can come back to the house. And that's going to let me I was going to let it get past July and August here inside Georgia, because when we start siding and chinking, especially on this side of the house, it's only going to get hotter from here on out. So by the time we get to where we're on ladders and the stuff like that, it'll be starting to cool off in September, and we're going to get the house chinked and sided. But as far as the progress just from the past couple days, I think it's a big difference. We're going to be working on the well house, will be one of the next projects. Once I get the covering on the pump there, it's really going to be nice. And we'll be taking care of all this stuff. We've got our pile of cutoffs. That's going to be the fence. That's going to go right here where this electric fence is, which I think is going to look really cool. Behind that, we've got the massive pile of cedar logs, which are going to be split down into stakes to build a split rail fence along that side of the driveway. That's also going to help me stay in shape. Don't want to put on any of that weight after I lost it all at the walk, which a lot of people have asked. I lost about 40 pounds. That siding for the house, that siding for the house, the reason I put all this back here is because if I make another raised bed for flowers, with that, I'm going to need more Hugelkulture. So I didn't want to get rid of all that. That's all we've got left of that big massive pile of sawdust. Under there and there are the future dining room table and some other furniture for the old house. I just got to get the big chainsaw bar and the chainsaw mill running so I can slab that down. And then again, this will be getting raked up here in the next day or two. More Hugelkulture for one more bed. That is all really pretty knotty pecan, where I cut the knots off when I was sawing the knots. So that's all going to be, when I hit the shop part, I'll be able to get my wood lathe set back up, maybe start turning again. Very therapeutic. Love turning bowls. So there's our Hugelkulture free cycle raised vegetable garden, and I can't wait another probably month, and I'm gonna have tomatoes and peppers running out of my ears, and I'll be loving every minute of it. All right, everybody. Well, I think this time I might actually make it inside to set down. Make sure and like, subscribe, and share. That way you don't miss any of the copious amounts of work and projects that I have. Oh yeah, I had somebody that asked, I'd said something about my wife's roses before, and they're going to be going here and in this area here. Nothing in front of the house, especially because when we start doing the chinking and siding, that needs to be cleared. So that's just going to be mulch. And then this whole area right through here is going to be nothing. I'll put landscape fabric down and mulch it, and no more grass. Tired of mowing. Because to have a working homestead, you got to have time to work. And so I'm trying to make everything as maintenance free as possible. Aiden heads off to college, so I don't have that help. Michaela heads off to college next year, so I won't have that help. So it's just going to be me and my wife. Makes a lot of difference, and the kids are probably going to be mad at me because I'm going to do all kinds of things that they wish I'd done when they were kids, or when they were here. What's the point of having kids? Didn't need to make it easy. I had kids. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.